There's moments I don't feel like myself. Depression creeps up and demons set in. Nothing makes me happy. Oftentimes I feel drained. My body sinking into the deep abyss of gravity. The willingness to make contact with the floor. Place 2 feet on solid ground as one foot steps in front of the other. I'm telling myself my people walk this land freely. I walk this land freely for liberty and justice for all. Are you ready for what awaits for you on the other side? The moonlight skin hiding dark flesh-colored bodies that are stretched laying underneath the stars, finding sense of freedom through forms of altering space around you. We are not what we perceive, and our identity is being constructed through social experimentation with everyday life. Follow the North Star, where the Great Migration will take care of us all. Go north or die here. To be one with self, what happens when we leave this earth? Do we leave to be forgotten, bits of fragments to rot into the ground? Remember when dawn came knocking at your door, sunlight filled parts of the room? I could feel this cold wetness of sweat in the air thick. Laying here, I realized the beauty in stillness. In stillness, I was able to see the past, the demons that was holding me engulfed in fear. Forsake the moment we will meet again. See you in another lifetime. Nights are sometimes dark and full of terrors. Fear will not get the best of me. Water flows down the backs of my people of this land. Our bodies are made of water. You don't owe this nation much. Place your palms facing upwards towards the sky to let new energy flow within your body. Clap your hands to the beat of your heart's rhythm. Take a deep breath. Allow the organs to find center. You are alive. It's not that I hate white people. Maybe in some ways I do. Their whiteness, their privilege. Hate the way they don't try to understand whiteness within the black imagination. As if they can't exist in a black world. I recount the first times I was called a nigger, spat on, beaten half to death, and placed in a hospital with a broken jaw by the hands of white men. I nearly died. This is the world we live in. Arriving in Italy, being interrogated by white officials, held captive in the office for hours, being asked different questions from the white people in line before me, being told that Africa is a poor country. I have linked racial memories of my grandfather going missing in the South, one day never to be found again. After fighting many years in World War II, like most men come back defeated, broken, fucked up. This is my history, my embodiment. This internal fear of a white gaze and facing the complex mental state that many black people face. It was said that the police sheriff shot him and disposed of the body. I long for my grandfather, a man I never got a chance to know, a history erased. As I'm running for my life, that's when the shots hit me. And as I lay lifeless, as blood flows from my body, drip by drip, part of me is thinking of how this system or this history screws black and brown people over. This need to try to compete with a Eurocentric aesthetic, but still live in a mystic law as being under the gaze as other. What is other? Am I other? Am I really different from you? What separates the being from material? Who's in control of common language shared between groups of people? I would always tell myself this nightmare would eventually come to an end. I will be able to find peace. I felt this loud noise of something shattering on the hard floor between him and I, but there was a ringing silence that seemed oddly after a while to sound like screaming monkeys. At first, he merely spoke about the strange compulsions he sometimes experienced of wanting to mutilate himself. One morning, I woke up to find the foot of our bed red with blood. Completely unaware of what he was doing, he said, and feeling nothing, he sliced rings, bloody bracelets, or chains around his ankles. I dreamt of lifeless bodies swinging from side to side. There was an unmistakable beauty, choking and gasping for air. It's not like before. He's sad. It's not like before. Another era, another vibe. I've been to this place before. There's a tower. I'm inside and I can't get out. Screams coming from outside. Millions of things moving about me in the dark. No escape. Forever lost. Bliss of living in the unknown. Don't know how I found myself here. Mornings like this, the gods prepare us for transformations back into daily life, to walk amongst men and feel like immensely insane creatures. I am a nobody. A red sinking autumn sun took my name away. Remembrance of home, the sound of drums, the sound of the ocean. I miss this most. Mother would tell us, don't go by the water, it's dangerous because of snakes. Birds feasting off of snakes. Oftentimes, I would have visions of someone walking to me from the other side. They would start to navigate through rushing waters. They would get close, reach out. I never accepted. Heaven in your eyes as the nightingale flies over uncharted waters. Time knows no limits. Soul awakens while he trembles, unmistakably forgetting man's desire to tame the earth. Death would the earth. Mother Nature places the power in the hands of the ground beneath our feet. Man strips the earth of its enchantments, steals natural resources, rapes, murders, kills.